Underneath this weathered sky, I walk these streets alone. Every corner, every bar feels like the place you called home. Maps we made with crumpled hands, trails that fade in rain. Your name's a tattoo in my mind, written between the pain. Old neon signs flicker out, but I still hear your laugh, like a song stuck on repeat, plays on the broken path. And I catch the scent of coffee in this morning air, a reminder that you were here, though no one's standing there. I see your name painted in the cracks of every street I roam. It's in the corners of this town, like a secret I've known. Between the cracks, between the lines, your memory flows strong, like a melody that's tethered tight to every country song. Porch swings creak with summer nights, stars caught in your hair. Midnight talks on dirt road walks, moments stripped bare. Dusty boots and faded jeans, our stories etched in time. Every laugh, every sigh, a rhythm in the rhyme. And the wind hums our old tune down these quiet streets, where love and loss collide in every heartbeat. I see your name painted in the cracks of every street I roam. It's in the corners of this town, like a secret I've known. Between the cracks, between the lines, your memory flows strong, like a melody that's tethered tight to every country song. Maybe someday the sun will rise and wash this town anew, but till then your name's the song I sing in every verse I pursue. I see your name painted in the cracks of every street I roam. It's in the corners of this town, like a secret I've known. Between the cracks, between the lines, your memory flows strong, like a melody that's tethered tight to every country song. Your name in every place I go. Between the cracks of this old town, it's all I'll ever know. Neon signs flicker down the main street, broken glass under our worn out shoes. Late night corners where no one sleeps. We paint stories with the city's bruise. fire escapes and cracked sidewalks. Coffee cups lined up like tired dreams. We share cigarettes and peeling stairwells, trading secrets under flickering beams. Street lamps hum our quiet confession. Every heartbeat beats in sync with the rain. Sidewalk murals tell of better days. Graffiti poems inked on cracked walls. We laugh loud in the face of the silence, building castles in these urban halls. Tattered jackets and worn out shoes, dance through puddles of city blues. This is how we find warmth in the ruin. Love's not perfect, but it's ours tonight. In broken cities, hearts keep on moving, holding on under fracture. Silver moon hangs over concrete veins. Our voices rise above the restless streets. Through shattered windows and rain-streaked panes, we find the rhythm where heartbeats meet. This is how we find warmth in the ruin. Love's not perfect, but it's ours tonight. In broken cities, hearts keep on moving, holding on and under fractured lines. Hand in hand where the street lights blur, love in the cracks, it's all we were. Slow footsteps on cracked pavement, weary eyes set on the sky. Smoke rising from the far-off fire, city lights start to die. Coffee cups and worn-out boots, dusty roads that never end. Neighbors shouting over sirens, trying hard to make amends. Hearts pound like the heavy unforgettable hill. When the silence feels like thunder and the fight's still far from done, they reach out past the smoke screen until the morning sun. Holding on through the noise, through flames that burn so bright, picking pieces from the ashes, chasing hope into the night. Steady hands and burned streets, stories carved in time. They're holding on, hearts beating in the rhyme. Sometimes the fire's coldest when you're standing inside the flame, but hand in hand they keep moving, knowing no 2 days are the same. Through the roar and the burning, the only truth they know is holding on means living through the highs and every low. Holding on through the noise, through flames that burn so bright, picking pieces from the ashes, chasing hope into the night. Steady hands and burned streets, stories carved in time. They're holding on, hearts beating in the rhyme. Slow footsteps on cracked pavement, dawn breaking calm and clear. They hold on through the fire to everything they hold dear. The porch lights dim and flickering, old boots by the door worn thin, coffee pots with rings of mornings we've held on through thick and thin. Bills piled up on the kitchen table, savings long gone with last year's rain. The truck won't start, the heater's failing, but you're still here under this plane. A cracked photograph in a dusty frame, kids grown up and flown away, but our story's been not broken in this small town where we stay. Not much left in the bank but time and dreams we traded for worn out signs. Yet your hand still finds mine in the night, holding tight, refusing to fight. We're broke but somehow standing, like the fence posts weathered and full of rust, hearts patched up with stubborn pride, laughing through the tears and the dust. Not gold nor silver or neon lights, just a love that won't quit the fight. Faded threads and stubborn hearts, we broke but we stayed somehow. Old records spin in the background, cracks in the vinyl like our past growing thin. Your smile hides tired lines and stories of battles lost and days we'd win. We've walked miles on cracked puddles, dreams worn down to a faint glow, but in your eyes there's a soft promise that even broken still grow. No silver spoons or grand designs, just a roof to keep out the night, and laughter spilling over chip mugs in a house that somehow we know. We're broke but somehow standing, like the fence posts weathered and full of rust, hearts patched up with stubborn pride, laughing through the tears and the dust. Not gold nor silver or neon lights, just a love that won't quit the fight. Between the cracks and worn out walls, our stories ink will never blot. We're broke, but somehow standing, like the fence posts weathered and full of rust. Hearts patched up with stubborn pride, laughing through the tears and the dust. Not gold nor silver or neon lights, just a love that won't quit the fight. Faded threads and stubborn hearts. We broke, but we stayed somehow. Yeah, we broke, but we stayed somehow. Late night on a porch where the wind sways slow. Your name's written in every song I know. Between the cracks of this old wooden floor, whispers of you come back once more. Sunset paints the sky a burning gold. I trace your name in stories never told. Coffee stains on the kitchen table remind of all the days you left behind. Every board creaks with a memory, and in the silence you're all I see. You're written in the lines I can't forget. Between the cracks where the light is set, like the morning dew on fields of green. You're a song I keep where I've never been. Porch swing sways with a summer breeze, and every note carries you with ease. The creek comes low through the valley bend, playing chords that never end. This old house holds your laughter clear. In every room you feel so near. You're written in the lines I can't forget. Between the cracks where the light is set, like the morning dew on fields of green. You're a song I keep where I've never been. Even as the seasons turn away, these memories and melodies stay. No matter where this road may wind, I find your name in every line. You're written in the lines I can't forget. Between the cracks where the light has set, like the morning dew on fields of green. You're a song I keep where I've never been. Slow fading light, but your song remains written deep in all these plains. The walls don't talk, but they still hold on to the two of us frozen in the doorway. Quiet's got its weight, heavier than stone, but somehow we're standing, though it's breaking us down. We tore apart the pictures, left the frames on the floor, said too much in silence, but we still locked the door. Your eyes told stories that your mouth never spoke. We broke the glass but didn't let the pieces go. There's a pile of words we refuse to say, in a house filled up with the spaces that we made. We broke but we stayed in the stillness that screams, caught in the crossfire of shattered dreams, holding on tight to the cracks in between. Love's not a shout, sometimes it's a quiet machine. Still here in the quiet room, where nothing moves but the pain. We broke but we stayed, and it's tearing at the seams. The coffee's gone cold on the kitchen table, two mugs, but neither one able to feel the silence hanging thick like rain, broken but breathing through all the strain. Words cut sharp, but silence can bleed. Still we're tied up to the things that we need. We broke but we stayed in the stillness that screams, caught in the crossfire of shattered dreams, holding on tight to the cracks in between. Love's not a shout, sometimes it's a quiet machine. Still here in the quiet room, where nothing moves but the pain. We broke but we stayed, and it's tearing at the seams. Maybe someday the silence will fold into something new, something bold. But tonight we're just holding the line, broken hearts in a quiet bind. We broke but we stayed in the stillness that screams, caught in the crossfire of shattered dreams, holding on tight to the cracks in between. Love's not a shout, sometimes it's a quiet machine. Still here in the quiet room, where nothing moves but the pain. We broke but we stayed, and it's tearing at the seams. Here in the quiet room, we're still standing somehow. Broke but we stayed, don't know where or how. The stars hung low, no words to say, but hearts that know. We sat by the fire, shadows on the wall. Your eyes met mine, but nothing called. The silence stretched, a heavy weight. In the stillness, we both waited. No need to speak, no lies to break. Our quiet held more than we could take. That night we stayed when silence screams, holding on to shattered dreams. Words unsaid, but loud and clear. In every hush, I felt you near. The fire flickered, just like our hope, trying to catch what slipped the ropes. No apologies, no blame to cast, just two lost souls stuck in the past. The quiet spoke what we couldn't say, a river frozen, unable to sway. That night we stayed when silence screams, holding on to shattered dreams. Words unsaid, but loud and clear. In every hush, I felt you near. Maybe someday the words will come to mend the brakes, to beat the drum. Till then we sit in the quiet script, sailing on this silent ship. That night we stayed when silence screams, holding on to shattered dreams. Words unsaid, but loud and clear. In every hush, I felt you near. No sound was made, but all was known. In silence deep, our seeds were sown. Sunrise spills across the window pane. Coffee warms my hands, starts a brand new day. Your worn out boots by the old porch swing tell stories that I'm longing to replay. Remember that time on the dusty trail, we chased the wind beneath the sapphire sky. Eyes like fireflies lighting up the night. I found a strength I never knew was mine. When the road gets heavy and the sky turns gray, you smile like the dawn and clear the way. There's a morning light that breaks through, shining in your gaze. No need for words, just that steady blaze. in the quiet moments when the world feels wide, I find my hope alive. Morning light breaks through in your eyes. Footprints left by the river bend, where all our dreams used to roam and blend. Your laughter like a warm summer breeze cuts through the doubt and sets me free. Even when the night tries to pull me down, your face a tether that keeps me sound. There's a morning light that breaks through, shining in your gaze. No need for words, just that steady blaze. In the quiet moments when the world feels wide, I find my hope alive. Morning light breaks through in your eyes. No storm can steal the calm you bring, like the steady beat of a hummingbird's wing. When life's a road with turns unknown, your courage leads me safely home. There's a morning light that breaks through, shining in your gaze. No need for words, just that steady blaze. In the quiet moments when the world feels wide, I find my hope alive. Morning light breaks through in your eyes. So when the day feels far too long, I turn to you and find where I belong. The kitchen light's still warm, but you're not around. Coffee's gone cold on this old wooden ground. We used to dance by the fire glow, laughing till the morning stole our breath slow. Now silent dinners fill the space where your smile used to trace my face. Every love that we don't share builds a wall too tall to bear. What love cost us when the silence screams? More than words broke between our dreams. Hearts pay the toll in quiet despair. When words die out, love's left bare. Those letters tucked away in the drawer tell stories of a time we swore that nothing could ever pull us apart. But silence's way to crush the start. No shout can heal what time won't say. The moments lost slip away. What love cost us when the silence screams? More than words broke between our dreams. Hearts pay the toll in quiet despair. When kitchen light flickers, a final scene in the quiet house of what might have been. Driving down this long and dusty road, sun goes low but the night's still young. Memories pack the back of this old truck. What we save lies in the songs we've sung. You stitch the cracks in my worn-out shoes with a smile hiding all the blues. The worn-out map in your weathered hands led me back to where the heartland stands. We learned to hold what couldn't break, fragile threads that we wouldn't fade. Breathe in what we held, the air between the lines, the stories found in faded photographs and worn out signs. Love like a river, steady and deep. We learn to live in the space we keep. Morning coffee on the porch, swing sway. Quiet talks about another day. The hands that work now gently mend every broken piece we tried to defend. No need for words to crumble and fall, just the weight of what we gave through it all. Breathe in what we held, the air between the lines, the stories found in faded photographs and worn out signs. Love like a river, steady and deep. We learn to live in the space we keep. Sometimes the silence says more than words. In the quiet our truth is heard. It isn't loud but it's all we need. Life and love learned how to breathe in what we held, the air between the lines, the stories found in faded photographs and worn out signs. Love like a river, steady and deep. We learn to live in the space we keep. So here we stand with hearts renewed, holding close what's lived and true. Breathe in the life in what we gave, love that learned how breathes and stays. rest and the night slips right on through, I find myself still standing here, still choosing you. The clocks have slowed in the quiet house, curtains drawn tight and low, coffee cups empty on the counter, memories in a gentle glow. Your photograph across the room, smiles caught in a frozen frame, but none of that can ever change this steady beating flame. Through long days and restless nights, the truth's as clear as the morning light. After the daylight fades, through any kind of weather, no matter the storms that come, we're still holding together in the silence and the dark. When everything feels new, I'm still here, heart and soul, always choosing you. The tired roads and blurry signs don't tell where we belong, but your hand in mine keeps leading me steady and strong. Fireflies dance where the meadow meets the sky so wide, and even then I choose this life with you by my side. Words may fail and lights may dim, but I keep coming back again. After the daylight fades, through any kind of weather, no matter the storms that come, we're still holding together in the silence and the dark. When everything feels new, I'm still here, heart and soul, always choosing you. No grand illusions, no sugarcoat, just honest days and a steady hope. When the world gets heavy and the night feels long, you're the steady beat in my life song. After the daylight fades, through any kind of weather, no matter the storms that come, we're still holding together in the silence and the dark. When everything feels new, I'm still here, heart and soul, always choosing you. When the night falls quiet and the lights go out too, know I'm still here, still choosing you. Soft winds call your name tonight, underneath these open skies. Every mile that lies ahead, I'd cross it all for you instead. We faced the storms, felt the rain, tried to run through all the pain, but every step brought us alive. With you, I'm ready to survive. When doubt crept in around the bend, I found my courage in fading slow before the spark. In the silence, your heart's tune keeps me grounded, lifts me soon. Though the road is never clear, I'll walk with no trace of fear. As long as your hand's in mine, I can cross any borderline. I'd ride the wild winds, break the chains, face the night in all its flames. Through every turn and every tide, I'd do it all just to stand by your side. When the world tries to pull us apart, I'll keep the fires burning in my heart. No doubt can change the path we choose. With you, there's nothing to lose. I'd ride the wild winds, break the chains, face the night in all its flames. Through every turn and every tide, I'd do it all just to stand by your side. Through every turn and every tide, I'd do it all just to stand by your side.
The morning spilled over the porch step, coffee cooling in the sun. I found your worn out jacket where you left it, still holding the scent of someone. We started like rivers finding their way through rocky turns and bends. I thought love would run away fast like the rain that never really ends. But here I am tracing footprints in the dust you never meant to leave, learning how to stay silent with the words we used to believe. There's a space between us, wide as the fields, empty as the nights you never healed. But the heart stubborn refuses to stray, clings to every crack where we went astray. When love won't pack its bags, won't say goodbye, it's the long roads we travel, the lows and the highs. It's learning to hold on without the flame, roots that tied us down, learning how to stay. Your laughter still shakes the curls of old oak trees outside my kitchen door, like a stubborn song you hum that I can't turn off, always asking for more. We dance around the silence, stepping lightly on cracked up floors. Love's a worn out lesson, waiting to be learned like never before. It's not a story ended, not a fight to win. It's the steady breath where the pain begins. I'm holding the pieces that we didn't throw away, learning how to stay even when love won't stray. When love won't pack its bags, won't say goodbye. It's the long roads we travel, the lows and the highs. It's learning to hold on without the flame, roots that tied us down. Learning how to stay. Maybe love's not a wildfire burning to the ground. Maybe it's the stubborn tree that stands without a sound. I'm finding the strength in the silence left behind, in the steady pulse of a heart that won't unbind. When love won't pack its bags, won't say goodbye. It's the long roads we travel, the lows and the highs. It's learning to hold on without the flame, roots that tied us down. Learning how to stay. The morning comes again, coffee, warmth, and empty space. And love's not leaving yet, it's slower now, but it's still in place. The night we found the sky fell apart, I held your hand, kept you close to heart. Lightning cracked across the old blue flame. Our small town streets would never be the same. You looked at me with eyes so bold. In a world undone, our story told. The wind was howling, the cold came fast, but with you here I knew this storm would pass. Loving you was the bravest thing to do. When the ground shook beneath our shoes, in the chaos through the changing tide, you were the anchor right by my side. Days turned into nights of endless change, but your steady heart never rearranged. Through burning roads and broken skies, you stayed the truth behind my eyes. Though the world spun wild and rearranged, troubled times. Loving you was the bravest thing to do when the world shifted under our view. Through thunder's roar, we chose to stay, finding hope in the fray. When everything changed and the skies turned gray, loving you was my bravest way. Slow strings hum as the sun slips down, quiet roads in a sleepy town. 2 cups of coffee, one last chance. The night was ours, the night we danced. We parked by the river where the fireflies glow. Windows down, that old radio. You told me stories from a life you've known, and I watched the stars as they found their throne. Sky painted deep in navy blues, every word I hung on to. The clock kept ticking, but we didn't care. Time slipped away into the air. Oh, midnight, in our hands we held the world so close. No rush, no past, no future goals. Just the beat of 2 hearts and the stories we'd send. Like a gentle storm, warm hands in mine where it felt like home. The road stretched on, but we stayed right there underneath the stars without a care. The hours blurred to a velvet hue, nothing else but me and you. In that small town on that quiet street, the world was perfect and complete. The magic to quit. Moments like these are why we stay, holding tight until the break of day. Oh, midnight, in our hands we held the world so close. No rush, no past, no future goals. Just the beat of 2 hearts and the stories we'd say. We stayed until the end. With you, my soul's forever friend. sun was setting slow on that dusty road. Your hand in mine, the only truth I know. We met where the wildflowers dared to grow. Two hearts running fast through the open roads. Your laugh like the summer rain on dry leaves, a secret dance beneath the old cotton trees. Every step was a chance, every glance a spark. We built our story from the cracks in the dark. Loving you was the bravest thing I do, like finding fire in the cold and breaking through. We held on tight when the world slipped away. Between the cracks, we found our light to stay. A morning dew caught in the strands of your hair. We chased the dawn without a single care. The road was rough, but your smile was strong. In that small town, we found where we belong. Every step was a chance, every glance a spark. We built our story from the cracks in the dark. Loving you was the bravest thing I do, like finding fire in the cold and breaking through. We held on tight when the world slipped away. Between the cracks, we found our light to stay. Now when the nights grow quiet and still, I hear your heartbeat, I always will. No map could guide me, no stars could show the way you love me, made me grow. Loving you was the bravest thing I do, like finding fire in the cold and breaking through. We held on tight when the world slipped away. Between the cracks, we found our light to stay. Between the cracks, beneath the endless sky, with you I learned to live, not just survive. Driving down this worn-out road with pieces in the backseat, maps torn and faded, each crease telling where we lost our beat. Promises piled like dust on the dashboard, hope screaming past the miles, but it's all just a discord. Remember when the morning light painted your smile so true? Now it's just a ghost in the rear view. Walls we built from words we never meant to say, cracks in the foundation where hope used to stay. I held on tight to what we dreamed, but the seams unraveled more every song fading in the wind. I chased the melody where it all had to end. Every word not spoken, a stone on this path. The weight of all the could have beens dragging from my past, holding on to shadows of our better days. But hope's loud voice just leads me through the haze. Built from broken promises, when hope turns loud and wild, like a storm that shakes the valley, like a reckless child, leaving pieces on the roadside, memories piled high. This heart's a shattered man, and it's hard to say goodbye. So I'll drive these miles with the radio low, hoping someday these fragments will grow into something whole beyond these cries. A new road drawn beneath these skies. Built from broken promises, when hope turns loud and wild, like a storm that shakes the valley, like a reckless child, leaving pieces on the roadside, memories piled high. This heart's a shattered map, and it's hard to say goodbye. Shattered maps still guide me, even when the night is long. Hope's loud song will carry me. I'll find where I belong. The sky had worn a heavy gray. The rain just couldn't stay. We sat on that old porch swing, letting time slip away. The barn door creaked like it knew the way. The storm left behind mud on our boots, stories to tell, dust settled on tired minds. Kids asleep with no more tears running down from the thunder door. We watched the creek rise and fall, just like the fights we swore in every breath. After the pouring rain was a quiet relief, like shaking off the pain. We survived the silence after the storm, found a way to be whole, even when torn, with hands held tight through the longest nights. We built our peace beyond the fight. The sun cracked through clouds like a promise made new. We read the lines on weathered faces, learning what was true. Fields soaked with yesterday's tears now shimmer with morning's claim. We found strength not just in the calm, but in weather, in the flame. And every dawn after that wild sky brought a chance to heal, to live, to try.
survived the silence after the storm, found a way to be whole, even when torn, with hands held tight through the longest nights. We built our peace beyond the fight. No need for words when the air feels clear, just a steady beat of those we hold near. Through the quiet that the tempest left behind, we found a place where love's easy to find. We survived the silence after the storm, found a way to be whole, even when torn, with hands held tight through the longest nights. We built our peace beyond the fight. The sky's clear now, stars start to form. We're still here after the calm fades warm.
The clock hit 10 and the house went quiet. Just you and me and a sky so wide. Coffee brewing in a chip mug, books and notes spread side by side. You trace the lines on the worn out page, frustrated sighs and a tired gaze. I caught your smile in the candlelight, said we'll get it right if we just stay. And the hours slipped like sand through our hands, caught between the words we couldn't yet understand. That was the night we learned how to hold on, not just to what's known, but to each other strong. In the stillness where patience found its way, we found the strength to face the day. Pages worn down like the soles of boots, your thumb marking the verse that suits. Laughing at mistakes we made, each one a step we bravely laid. Time moves slow with a steady beat, two hearts trying to learn, refusing defeat. That was the night we learned how to hold on, not just to what's known, but to each other strong. In the stillness where patience found its way, we found the strength to face the day. Just a breath away, we built a world The city lights paint colors on cracked sidewalks, footsteps tracing stories beneath worn park benches. Coffee cups and cigarette burns mark our quiet talks beneath the hum of traffic and distant sirens' wrenches. We met by the old corner store, doors chipped and flaking. You laughed about sad tunes playing on the jukebox there. Neon signs flickered, our hands barely touching, a fragile spark in the heavy July air. Broken streets can't hold back wild hearts. We find warmth in alleyway stars. This is how we love in cracked sidewalks and fire escapes, holding tight through the storm that breaks. Concrete hearts with neon dreams, running wild in the city beams. Even when the nights are cold and long, we write our story in this urban song. Rain falls heavy on rusted rooftops, we dance without a care, lost in scratched vinyl and the rhythm of distant trains. You hum a tune that somehow seems to repair every fracture, every worn down pain. Broken streets can't hold back wild hearts. We find warmth in alleyway stars. This is how we love in cracked sidewalks and fire escapes, holding tight through the storm that breaks. Concrete hearts with neon dreams, running wild in the city beams. Even when the nights are cold and long, we write our story in this urban song. The city's rough edges can't dull what we feel. In every broken place, something true and real. Fleeting moments caught under flickering street lights. We hold on tight through the endless fights. This is how we love in cracked sidewalks and fire escapes, holding tight through the storm that breaks. Concrete hearts with neon dreams, running wild in the city beams. Even when the nights are cold and long, we write our story in this urban song. So here's to the love that's rough around the seams, living loud within our city dreams.